Well, a lot has gone to select the players. To be very honest, it's been working day and night as to which player to pick and what speciality of the player to be picked. Now, when it comes to Sunil Narine, if you see, he's played around 300 games T20 and he has a strike rate of 147. And when it comes to his bowling, he has not given more than 6 runs per over for a period of 300 games. That speaks volume about Sunil Narine, and you can't ask for a better package than Sunil Narine. That's the reason he's our icon player. There are a couple of reasons to pick Moni Markle. First and foremost, my last year's experience which I observed in the T10, the fast bowlers who hit the deck were most successful, and this year he had a fantastic NatWest Blast series in England. And both my coaches, Stephen Fleming as well as my physio, were insisting that Moni would be a better pick with due respect to Malinga. Well, my first priority in picking every player this year was to ensure that I have all the players available throughout the tournament, because last year we had lost 6 players after the initial draft. But Kusal Perera is one player. I took a chance. It's like a gamble, because he's one of those players that if he comes off, he can tear apart any bowling attack in the world. He reminds me of Sanath Jayasuriya in his heydays, that on his day he can murder a bowling attack. And I am taking that risk for Kusal Perera. I know and I'm very well aware he will be picked as a specialist wicketkeeper for Sri Lanka against England. But I wanted to take the chance. If at all if he's picked, I might miss him for the first 3 games, but he will be available for me for the business end of the tournament. Well, we all know what Mujib has done last year as well as during this year's IPL when he played for Punjab. He's a mystery bowler who bowls in the power play. Till today, in fact, till yesterday's match against India, a lot of players are not able to pick, and that shows the character of this young boy who's just 17-year-old. He's a great asset to my team, and younger the player, more the energy, and I'm very happy that I was able to retain this wonderful lad. I'll be lying if I say that I knew Rutherford before. Definitely, this was the brainchild of Stephen and my physio, John. They were the people who told me that he has done very well. In fact, in the recently finished CPL, he can hit the long ball and has got a strike rate of almost 150. So, I would definitely back my coach in picking Rutherford and hope he pays off. Ali Khan was suggested to me by one of our assistant managers, Maruf, whom he saw very closely during the CPL. And a lot of players, rather a lot of teams were eyeing Ali Khan. And when I went through his stats, he had an excellent CPL. He hits 150 when he swings the ball, which speaks volume about this bowler. So he's definitely going to be an asset, and we were the first one to pick him in the AF. So we were lucky enough that we could pick him. The main reason Asif Ali has played for Team Danube for 3 years, I have seen what a destructive player Asif Ali can be. And we recently saw also in the Asia Cup where he went after Bhuvi and he took him apart and scored 22 runs in an over. He's a very destructive player, as you mentioned, in PSL. Has got a strike rate of 180, the highest in the current playing nation. A youngster, a gun fielder. And if he comes off, the other teams needs to watch out for him. Honestly, I was very lucky that no team went after him, because my pick in the B category was quite late. So as soon as I got the opportunity, I grabbed it with both hands, because Nabi has played around 180 T20s. So he's got a lot of experience. He goes below 7 runs per over when bowling and has a strike rate of 140. So you can't ask for a better package. He can bowl, he can bat, he can field. He's got an experience also to captain Afghanistan. So I'm very, very lucky that I got Nabi. Like you rightly mentioned, that Stephen Fleming is the coolest coach going around. And I would say that he's got so much of experience. Rather, I would call him as the daddy of all coaches, with due respect to all the other coaches. He's been there around with Chennai for almost 11 years, rather than 9 years, where he's made sure that his team has made it to the knockout. That shows that he's quite cool, he knows what he's doing. And during the time I have spent around with him, till now, every day I learn something new. Like I still remember the first thing he told me, and is that when you pick up players, you need to identify roles, whether it's going to be a specialist batsman, whether it's about a bowler or a fielder or an all-rounder. And he puts in a lot, and I really am glad that I've got a person like Stephen Fleming being the head coach of Bengal Tigers.